Sego everyone, Chief Sherry Lynn Hill here. Nyawa, thank you for tuning in to the weekly Chief and Council radio show. This week we have inspiring words from Councillor Greg Frazier and Councillor Dean Hill. Over to you, Councillor Greg.
Sego community, it's the Councillor Fraser here. I would just like to inform the community about the Chapel's Royal Conference that was held in Toronto on September the 27th and 29th. I had the fortunate opportunity to attend. The weekend celebration was started at the Governor General's reception at the Lieutenant Governor General's suite at Queen's Park. And that started on Friday, September the 27th. And again, it was to commemorate the Mississaugas of the First Nation newest chapel at Massey Hall. And that was well attended. The King's representative, Canon Wright, was there, as well as the Lieutenant General Edith Dumont. It did continue to Saturday, September the 27th, where we was able to attend the Royal Chapel's conference. And again, it celebrated the Tyonenega Royal Chapel. And of course, we had a guest from the Tyonenega Reserve, Chief R. Don Miracle. Barry Hill did the address, and he did a great historical review of the chapels and the development of the Royal Chapels of the Mohawks, as there have been 3 granted to First Nations. And also, I was able to represent Six Nations of the Grand River in a small address to the Assembly. Notable attendees, again, was the Reverend Canon Paul Wright, Lieutenant Governor General Edith Dumont. It was well organized by Mr. Nathan Tidrich and Mr. John Fraser. That was an all-day affair, and of course it explained how the development of the Royal Chapels came upon the Mohawks and of course Six Nations of the Grand River. On Sunday, September 29th, it was moved over to the Royal Chapel of the Mohawks in Brantford. And of course there was a service by Reverend Elms from Oneida. And also there was the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh's representative was there as well, and her name is Maureen Harquill. Barry Hill again did a nice address. Of course, we had Justice John Brandt, a distant relative of Joseph Brandt. And again, we had Reverend Canon Paul Wright, as well as the Lieutenant Governor General Edith Dumont. I did have the opportunity to address the Assembly there, and I had mentioned looking forward because of some of the previous history that we had with the Anglican Church may have not been optimal in the least. But the granting of the coat of arms to the Royal Chapel of the Mohawks, I stress that this may renew strength in our alliance and also make us stronger allies. But I did mention that working together, we will address those calls to action set out by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and encourage Canada to fully adopt UNDRIP. Chief Sherry Lynn Hill extended her best wishes to His Majesty King Charles III and hopes his recovery over his cancer illness goes well. She extended an open invitation for the King to visit our territory and to the Royal Chapel of the Mohawks. And of course, if the opportunity arises that the Chief, Sherry Lynn Hill, and a delegation is able to visit with the King in his territory, she did stress the fact that maybe they will be able to sit together, maybe have some tea, and together they will be able to polish the silver covenant chain. As you know, that our history that involved the residential school system, may have been negative in terms of our culture and losing our language, but we thought that this would be a good opportunity to put that, although we cannot forget it, to put some of those mistakes in the past. All in all, it was a very good, well-attended event. The weather was very nice. And of course, we're looking for a renewed relationship with the Crown. So thank you very much, everyone, and I hope you have a very nice weekend.
Hello, Six Nations community, and thank you for tuning in to this week's Chief and Council Radio Show update. I am Dean Hill, coming to you as the Community Committee Chair. Today I will be speaking on some events that will be happening in our community from Parks and Recreation and Social Services. First, in Parks and Recreation, for the arena, the first skate is happening Wednesday, October 16th, and continuing on from noon to 12:55 p.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. The skate will also be opening on Saturday, October 19th, from 6 p.m. to 7:20 p.m. on Saturdays following. Helmets are mandatory for all skaters on the ice. Public skating is free of charge. In the Six Nations Community Hall, on October 20th, 2024, the Six Nations veterans will be hosting their annual Remembrance Day event. On October 26th, 2024, the Six Nations Artisan Market will be back in. On October 30th, 2024, the Six Nations Department of Wellbeing is hosting a Halloween dance. The Six Nations Softball Diamonds, sports fields, and running track will be closed on October 31st at dusk for the season. The outdoor facilities will reopen on May 1st, 2025. Now we'll move into the events happening in social services. So on October 18th from 5 to 10 p.m., October 19th, 9 to 9 p.m., and October 20th from 9 to 5 p.m. We will be having a family well-being gathering at the Gathering Place. This will be an opportunity to have fun with your family and learn how to build a stronger connection with each other. The contact number is 519-445-0230. Next, we have on October 26th, the family gatherings are happening every Saturday once per month at family gatherings from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then we have a Halloween event in the community, a trick or treat at Veterans Park, October 31st from 9:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come out and show your costumes to the community and get your treats. And this is where I'll end today's events presented by the Community Committee. As that's all the updates for this week's Chief and Council Radio Show. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate your time spent. Have a great Thanksgiving weekend, Six Nations.
Nyawa and thank you, Councillor Greg Fraser and Councillor Dean Hill. And nyawa and thank you to all of you for tuning in and listening to the Chief and Council Radio Show. Until our next episode, take care, be safe, be well, and be kind. Have a great week.